home could feel like a Ralph Lauren fall campaign, not because everything is expensive or perfectly matched, but because every room tells a story. Imagine walking through the front door and immediately seeing deep walnut tones, softly glowing lamps, worn leather, classic plaid, antique brass, wool throws, and autumn colors that feel sophisticated rather than seasonal. This is the beauty of the Ralph Lauren aesthetic at home. It combines American heritage, traditional elegance, cozy textures, and lived-in luxury. Today, we're exploring how to bring that unmistakable feeling into your own home for Fall Home Decor 2026, using practical ideas that feel timeless, warm, and completely personal. And stay with me, because some of the smallest changes can create the biggest transformation. Before choosing a single pillow or paint color, understand the philosophy behind Ralph Lauren home decor. The aesthetic is less about decorating a room and more about creating a world. Ralph Lauren describes home as an expression of the people and family who live there, with an emphasis on quality, comfort, tradition, craftsmanship, and pieces that become more meaningful over time. That idea is especially beautiful in autumn, when our homes naturally become places for gathering, reading, cooking, and slowing down. Instead of asking, "What is trending this fall?" ask, "What would make this room feel as though it has been loved for generations?" That simple change in thinking is where authentic, timeless interior design begins. The foundation of a Ralph Lauren-inspired fall home begins with a sophisticated palette. Think chocolate brown, warm camel, tobacco, cognac, cream, deep forest green, navy, burgundy, and muted olive. These colors create the richness associated with traditional interiors without making the room feel overly dark. In 2026, warmer earthy neutrals such as mushroom, taupe, cognac, and olive are also gaining attention as alternatives to stark white and cool gray. Use cream as your visual breathing room, brown as your grounding element, and deeper colors as accents. The results should feel layered rather than color-blocked, a palette that looks beautiful beneath soft morning light and becomes even more dramatic when lamps are switched on at sunset. If there is one material capable of immediately transforming a room into a classic American interior, it is dark wood. Walnut, mahogany, oak with a rich stain, and beautifully aged antique wood furniture create visual weight and character. Rather than replacing every piece of furniture, look for opportunities to introduce one substantial wooden element: a vintage sideboard, library table, traditional coffee table, carved console, or old-fashioned dining table. The key is not perfection. Small scratches, variations in grain, and signs of age actually contribute to the collected feeling. Pair dark wood with cream upholstery and soft textiles so the room remains inviting. This balance between richness and comfort is what makes Ralph Lauren decorating ideas feel luxurious without becoming cold. Now, let's bring the aesthetic into the heart of the home, the living room. Imagine a classic sofa in cream, oatmeal, camel, or deep brown positioned around a substantial wooden coffee table. Add a vintage-inspired rug, leather accent chair, plaid cushions, and a wool throw casually draped over the arm. Instead of filling every surface with decorations, choose a few meaningful objects: stacked books, brass candlesticks, ceramic vessels, framed artwork, or a small antique box. For cozy living room ideas, the secret is layering rather than cluttering. The room should look comfortable enough for an evening by the fire, but refined enough for entertaining guests. Think country estate after a long autumn afternoon, not showroom perfection. Few patterns communicate Ralph Lauren fall style quite as naturally as plaid. But the trick is knowing how to use it without making your home look like a themed cabin. Start with one strong plaid element: a throw blanket, accent chair, ottoman, cushion, or upholstered bench. Then introduce smaller patterns through ticking stripes, subtle checks, herringbone, or classic tartan. Equestrian influences can appear through leather, riding-inspired accessories, horse artwork, vintage sporting prints, or traditional brass details. This combination creates an unmistakable heritage mood while remaining sophisticated. And remember, pattern mixing becomes easier when the colors share common tones. Instead of matching patterns exactly, allow them to speak the same visual language. Leather is another essential ingredient for luxury fall home decor inspired by Ralph Lauren. A cognac leather chair, aged leather ottoman, desk chair, or even a collection of leather-bound books can instantly add warmth and sophistication. The goal is not to create a room that feels overly masculine, but to balance softer elements with something substantial and tactile. Pair worn leather with linen, velvet, wool, cotton, and brushed metal. A distressed leather chair beside a soft cream sofa can create exactly the kind of tension that makes traditional interiors interesting. The most beautiful spaces often combine opposites: refined and rustic, tailored and relaxed, polished and weathered. That contrast gives the room personality. Lighting may be the most underrated part of fall home decorating ideas, yet it can completely change the emotional atmosphere of a room. Forget relying entirely on bright overhead lighting. Instead, create several warm pools of illumination using table lamps, floor lamps, sconces, candles, and lantern-style fixtures. Choose shades that diffuse the light softly, especially in cream, parchment, linen, or warm neutral tones. Place lamps at different heights so the room feels layered after sunset. Brass and aged metal finishes can add another touch of heritage character. This approach is particularly important for the Ralph Lauren aesthetic because the goal is not simply to make a room visible. It is to make the room feel intimate, cinematic, and inviting when autumn evenings become longer. Ralph Lauren-inspired home deserves a place for quiet moments. It could be a full library, a reading nook, or simply one corner of your living room. Start with a comfortable leather or upholstered chair, a small wooden side table, a reading lamp, and a stack of books. Add framed artwork or vintage photographs nearby. If you have built-in shelves, don't style them exclusively with decorative objects. Mix books with ceramics, small sculptures, framed memories, and objects collected during travels. This creates the old money home decor feeling people often associate with Ralph Lauren interiors, but without forcing it. The room becomes interesting because it reveals something about the people who live there. In other words, personality becomes the decoration. Fall is made for gathering around the dining table, so your dining room deserves special attention. Begin with a traditional wooden table and layer it with natural linens, classic dinnerware, textured napkins, and understated seasonal greenery. Instead of filling the table with obvious pumpkins and artificial leaves, consider a more sophisticated approach: candles, brass candlesticks, apples, pears, branches, dried botanicals, or a simple arrangement of autumn foliage. Ralph Lauren's current home offerings continue to emphasize entertaining, dinnerware, candles, bedding, and timeless accents, reinforcing the idea that seasonal decorating can be woven into everyday living rather than treated as a complete room transformation. The goal is a table that makes ordinary dinner feel like an occasion. For the bedroom, think about the feeling of stepping into a luxurious country retreat after a cool autumn evening. Begin with layered bedding in cream, ivory, taupe, navy, or muted plaid. Add a quilt, wool blanket, textured coverlet, and several pillows in different fabrics. The important thing is variation: smooth cotton beside nubby wool, crisp linen beside soft velvet, and patterned textiles beside solid colors. Current fall decorating advice also emphasizes richer textiles, layered beds, embroidered pillows, and cozy throws as an easy way to transition a bedroom into autumn. Add dark wood nightstands, traditional lamps, and perhaps one piece of vintage artwork. The result should feel restful, collected, and quietly luxurious. The Ralph Lauren aesthetic has always had a strong relationship with American heritage, sport, country life, and equestrian influences. But you don't need a room full of horse statues to communicate that idea. Instead, use subtle references: a vintage horse print, leather tray, riding-style blanket, brass picture frame, old sporting photograph, woven basket, or weathered wooden accessory. A single authentic-looking piece often has more impact than 10 themed decorations. This principle also works beautifully with Americana details such as antique maps, vintage flags used thoughtfully, classic landscapes, or old family photographs. The result feels collected rather than manufactured. You're creating an atmosphere inspired by heritage, not building a costume set. One of the easiest ways to achieve timeless home decor is to stop trying to make everything belong to the same era. Pair an antique wooden table with a contemporary lamp. Place a modern cream sofa beside a vintage leather chair. Mix an old landscape painting with a clean-lined frame. Combine inherited furniture with newer upholstery. Ralph Lauren's design philosophy embraces history and authenticity, and the brand's current storytelling continues to explore nostalgia and archival influences. This mixture gives your home depth. When everything is purchased at the same time, the room can feel flat. When different generations of design coexist, the space begins to tell a story. Now comes the fun part, adding fall home decor 2026 accents. But rather than covering every surface with pumpkins, leaves, and orange decorations, think in terms of atmosphere. Introduce autumn through texture, color, and natural materials. Swap lightweight summer pillows for velvet or wool. Add a heavier throw to the sofa. Place a bowl of pears or apples on the kitchen island. Bring in branches, dried flowers, pine cones, or seasonal greenery. Replace a few decorative objects with warmer ceramics and wood pieces. This subtle seasonal transition follows the current movement toward more thoughtful fall decorating, where richer materials and ambient lighting create the feeling of autumn without overwhelming the existing interior. Here is perhaps the most important lesson. Don't make your home look decorated. Make it look lived in. Ralph Lauren interiors work because they suggest history, personality, travel, craftsmanship, and memory. A perfectly styled room can be beautiful, but a room with books that have been read, furniture that has aged, artwork that means something, and objects collected over time feels much more compelling. This is also why traditional interiors continue to appeal to people who want warmth and heritage rather than disposable trends. So don't rush to buy everything at once. Start with the pieces you love, layer slowly, and allow your home to evolve. If you're enjoying these Ralph Lauren home decor ideas, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments, which room would you transform first? Creating a Ralph Lauren aesthetic at home isn't about recreating a designer showroom or buying an entire new collection. It's about embracing the principles behind the look: timeless materials, rich color, traditional craftsmanship, layered textures, heritage patterns, comfortable furniture, warm lighting, and objects that carry meaning. This fall, let your home become a little deeper, warmer, and more personal. Add the leather chair you've always wanted. Bring out the antique dishes. Layer a plaid throw across the sofa. Light the lamps before sunset. Set the table even when you're having a simple dinner. And most importantly, create a home that feels like your own story. If this Fall Home Decor 2026 inspiration helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite idea in the comments. Until next time, make your home beautiful, comfortable, and unmistakably yours.